Previously on Test C Teams.
I still got thaumaturgy going, so I'm like,
Hey!
Dinar, we're going through the portal now. I got everybody else.
And then I clumsily, awkwardly swim.
Everyone else is cast about inside a what looks like a disused barn.
Are any of you the C team?
Oh, yeah, most of us.
Then it was not for nothing. Which one is Omen?
I look up to Nymeria, I look back to Certainty, I look to Omen, I look to Nymeria, and I just go, you gotta be fucking kidding me. All right, can we go home? I don't like it here either.
She takes a couple steps away from you, opens the clasp, and speaks into the gem. She says, "They're gone." She says, "Thanks, Vi. Finn, your go."
Time is the enemy, the past, it threatens the fastest weapon. You wouldn't make it past a second, and that's the question. Play it brash and reckless, or choose a cautious solution you thought was prudent. In any sepulcher, pulchritude will become the putrid. It's that wealth that I'm pursuing. No mountain too steep, or dungeon too deep to send expendable marks up to the top of the peak of beneath. They see you bleed, they come like sharks to it, while I swim in that money bin like Carl Barks drew it. So send your national parks druid, I'll send them home in a natural box with a closed top and most of the parts included. Save your breath for a cleric confessor. Death is a lesson and life is a tenured professor. But if you're seeking my official advice, sign on the dotted line initially twice.
Hello, I am Tycho Brahe of Penny Arcade and PAX. I am also a Minifus Heroward Drawn's CEOs of Acquisitions Incorporated.
All of them have Z's at the end.
That's right. But today, I'm your internet friend, Jerford K. Horcrims, and I'm here to run a game of Dungeons & Dragons for my friends, specifically these friends in these specific guises. To my right, nope, that's not it. Dragonborn Narcissist, Dinar Blitzen.
Woo! We'll get there one of these days.
Yep.
Yeah!
One more eps to get it right.
To get it dialed in, to the right of my right, it's my favorite one to do. Are you ready? Here, listen. It's spring loaded. I get it underneath here. I get it locked in. You ready? Repping the natural world, Walnut Dung Grass Kakra.
Like that? No thought went.
I like that you like it so much that you try to skip Dinar completely in order to get to it faster.
Oh man, I got to.
Jerry likes it more than I do.
There's
Yeah,
you know what though? There's actually another one that I like.
Which one?
To my left.
Uh-oh.
Not your grandma's grandma.
There's ones he doesn't like.
Yes, that's key. That's key. I like 3 of them. Let's do it that way. To my left, not your grandma's grandma, except in those rare cases where she is your grandma's grandma, Rosie B. Stinger. Yeah.
Oh.
Hooray.
Walnut has an opinion.
Done and dusted.
I'll explain later.
Yeah, when you're older, when you're 500.
Yeah, when you get to 500, I'll let you
That's
know
right.
what just happened.
To the left of my left,
I'm gonna wait
emerging as though from a mist shroud, Cathris Drow.
What? Hey. Whoa. Just the sound of applause. Nothing even happens, but emitting this.
Peas and carrots, peas and carrots.
Yeah. Rhubarb,
It
rhubarb.
emerges from the rift, from some dimension composed entirely of applause.
Yeah. That's where
Let's
I want
all
it.
look for
That's
it.
Cathris's
Yeah.
favorite
Can we
dimension.
get there?
Let's find it.
Let's find it. We got a few more.
No, it's exactly right. This is what it's all been relating to. There's been hints the whole time.
If you go back and watch.
If you go back to the first episode,
Anytime there's a clap.
exactly. Now that we have done our introduction catechism, we can now please bow your heads. I will do a brief reading from the book of Alyssa.
It is right to give thanks and praise.
That's right. Beginning of episode. Thank our partners, Elderwood Academy, Level Up Dice, and Idle Champions team for their continued support. Fully, 100%, unironically,
Yeah.
absolutely, bro tier support. For that's no, but it's quite true. It really is. It really does warm the heart. The lore monger this week. Now you know the mechanism. Bits are apportioned to characters. Rich lore is produced. It's squozen from the characters themselves. This week, the lore squeezer is your boy, Ryan, as Dinar Blitzen,
Oh boy.
vessel
That
of
could've gone
the glittering
many
dragon king,
I was
Varus
surprised.
Malus.
Were you surprised?
A little bit.
Are we looking into the future at you in chat going, haha, I'm so tired, I just wrote these.
I wrote stereotypes.
Oh yeah, I wrote these.
In chat.
Look, did I write them hours before the episodes aired? The last 2 times, yes.
Yes. But this time.
But did they deliver?
Yes.
Yes.
Every time.
Nah, they were good.
The still ones were good. The hints were there.
The info was always there.
The hints were there a little bit.
The sparkly eyes, especially when you get to the 3rd tier.
Yeah.
And it's crazy
Like
shit.
threatening murder, yeah.
Yeah. Just a little bit of hints.
little
Just
bit.
dropping a
You
few
got
little
it.
nuggets.
I remember when
in.
I was writing the first ones, and I was even messaging you. I'm like, are these too on the nose?
No,
I just
they
thought you were
weren't.
being Ryan.
Started being, yeah, I was trying to.
Still is bad.
Yeah.
This is the 3rd tier.
Yeah, still is bad. He's gonna betray everyone.
Still is definitely evil.
like,
Free.
oh.
There's no. I thought that the third for Yitspin, the level 3 one, still is not a real bird. I was like,
Yeah.
well, that's. I mean, we're kind of.
I'm playing the sword, really.
I was like, okay, well, that's a little on the nose. But the main thing is that your boy Ryan is going to stuff your craw with tender lore. Get those bits over there. Lore will be provided. Of course, you can always check out the lore in the lower left-hand corner in what we call the deep.
Or
The lore.
Was that intentional or was that?
Yeah, no.
No, it wasn't. You stumbled.
The deep places of the earth. That's the spot. But you can also, of course, anytime, go to acq-inc.com/c-team/lore
Is it mirrored?
and harvest it.
It's here.
I don't
No, it's
know.
not mirrored.
It's not mirrored.
Yeah, but
It's
it's
never, it's never been.
This way.
If that were not enough,
What?
if you look down, gaze ye into this scrying pool below me in the thing, you can check out the image below for the custom Dinar scroll, rolling dice, tray, and yum yum hut catapult by Elderwood Academy spellbook.
Can you launch food into your own mouth?
Well, you can launch, yeah, I mean, whatever you want,
Double
honestly.
eggs, certainly.
Doesn't have to be food.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made pickled eggs the other day, and they're
And?
pretty good.
Nice.
You put those right in the craw with the custom dinner.
I went to a bar once, and they had a giant jar of them, and it's one of the most disgusting.
Look like our eyeballs?
Yeah, yes, exactly.
This is table talk when you talk about your trips to Munich
I'm
for
sorry.
your sick pickles.
We won't do it. We won't do it. Now,
This eggs.
but of course, this is all these treasures are being given away in chat on the first cauldron tip, and for the second, we're going to give up, even though it's my treasured possession, and it will pain me to lose it. We're going to.
Firstborn.
No. We're going to give away a level up green table shaker, 30 millimeter percentile dice. No.
What's 30?
Right over here.
Why not?
Show us a 30
Because
mil.
because you are always. You know what's going to happen? He's going to do pervert shit with it, and this is for a beloved
Get the shit out
partner.
there. Get
You know what?
the-
Chris is not feeling awake, and I knew that this would wake him up.
This will get you.
This is
And there's
finally.
2 of them?
this-
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Hold on, no, dude, that's a beast. This is like too huge.
Shake a table.
huge.
A lot of D100s.
If you roll percentile, it's going to go through the floor.
Give him a
Yeah.
roll. Give him a roll. See if you get the nice number.
Oh man.
oh, God.
Do anything for you?
No.
Do a roll.
Wait a minute.
That do anything for you?
Put them together.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay, and I want to make sure that everyone understands. Alyssa
like
is saying,
this?
do not eat. Now, some,
the one.
well, I know we've gone back and forth on whether or not it's okay to eat the dice, but these dice are very
Not
large.
too soon.
Yeah, I don't.
A bad boy, Chris?
If you,
Ow. Yes.
It's connected in some way. All right, let's see.
Here's your reward.
I try not to interrupt your play.
Finally.
I can whenever I can help it. Ooh, a
Stupid
35.
5.
Does that do
That was a
anything?
good year.
that mean anything for me?
33.
Hey,
Getting younger.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Precise.
a lot of minerality
These are
in 33.
precision rolls.
All right.
22.
All right.
2.
Anyway,
Doubles.
So you always get
Adds up to 4.
Take these away from this.
you understand. They're dice. All right. Can you please put those back in the...
Hey, we all get it. All right, you roll them and a number comes up.
Nobody gets it like I get it.
I get it, all right?
I'm gonna put them in their condoms.
Indeed. So that is for
Why?
these
They're spent.
pre-handled dice. Give that back.
For good luck.
Adding value at every turn.
DNA.
Ryan Hartman.
Frame me for a murder.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Frame this boy for murder.
But that is for the second cauldron tip. So obviously get active in chat.
And
you
don't
know,
let Tyrannosaurus have this one.
listen,
Get somebody else tipping.
just
get it.
jump in there.
He'll fucking do it.
See what you can do. Now, the rest of those notes are for later. They are for
or
a later.
garbage.
They are for a later time. Now,
The rest of these notes suck.
no, this is the Book of Alyssa. This is a revered document.
Sorry.
I feel like I'm going to have to get one, too, to keep you, make sure you're saying the right thing, because none of us can check.
Get that one.
I know,
true.
you know?
Wow. Yeah.
You
Could be fucking this up.
You could be fucking this up left, right, and center.
I
How would we know?
guarantee
Alyssa
you
can
that
yell
I
at
am.
us.
Do you see
That's
Alyssa's
true.
small smile? Maybe it's not 100% accurate. Maybe it's a little apocryphal. You know, maybe it's interpretive.
You will have to re-record this later because you did a bad.
Okay, now this did happen once.
It was last week. You had to stay after class. You got detention.
You could have let me escape, but no. Now, gathered friends, revered Shadow Council, may our labors please you. So, when last we saw our heroes,
Yeah.
19, motherfucker. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna save that one. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Now, it should be firmly. It is a fact well established that the very end of the last game, the C team has returned back through the portal. There is a kind of complex family reunion situation with some dynamics which are perhaps not entirely clear 100% of the time, which is honestly normal for family dynamics, I would say.
I would say so.
Right? I feel like that's more or less on brand. I think I've simulated it accurately. But the vital piece of information, I think,
So we've all gotten a long rest.
exactly, mega long rest. So the fact of the matter is simply being around, as I was suggesting to Yitzbin earlier, simply being around Nymeria Fortunatus in her guise as the avatar of Tymora makes you feel like a juice cleanse type situation. This is a spa for the spirit.
Coffee
I
enema.
feel like I got 69 hit points, which I do.
Nice.
Really?
I love that.
That is a coffee enema.
Never, ever is a hell of a coffee enema, you know what I mean? I could never level up again. Good
No,
thing the show's ending.
this is it. I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
what a comfort this must be.
Yeah.
That
It's
is
a clip show, right?
Remember that time that
Yeah.
brand.
Like do like Community where it's a clip show of like episodes that never happened.
Yeah. Ooh, that sounds good.
We should do that. Let's do that.
Well, listen. Anytime you want to put in,
All right, I'll do it.
I will authorize this 100%. Anytime you want to put in a brief scene of an event that occurred previously. The fact is, we do this sort of thing always anyway. So flex on it absolutely anytime. But the key piece of information is that Rosie overheard certainty drawn, communicating into her her clasp, which is the mark of her office as the Secretarian of Acquisitions Incorporated.
Right.
Communicating to two people. One, someone named Vi. She suggested, she said, thanks for everything, Vi, after verifying that someone had left wherever they were. Yeah, exactly.
Thanks
Verifying.
for the memories.
Now, the second thing was that she said she spoke to Finn, someone you have knowledge of, and she said that they were go.
Okay.
That is the law and the whole of the law. Everything else is the same situation that we have before. If you would like to instantiate communication of any kind between either one of your characters in this little window here at the end of
You monster.
yeah,
Everybody's
it's
here.
not. It is not obligatory, and I have moments for everyone as we go through. I'd be happy to put them in at your leisure, but it is a fact that not a quarter mile from here,
I know.
not a quarter mile from here, a gaudy, ostentatious, funereal cart is already on its way.
It's good news.
Where's my fucking manta?
It's still in this sphere, and it's
sleeping.
wiggling.
Excellent. It's wiggling. It's wiggling. Everybody, it's wiggling.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all. That's all I need to know.
I was trying to
They
think.
sleep
Play
on
your
the
game.
bottom.
Play your game. Play your game.
It has begun to like lists.
Do not play into this garbage.
Drifting.
No. I will not take fiction about my manta.
It's
Yes.
not, it's
No
fine.
fiction about the man.
It's healthy now.
In
even
this
now.
in this plane of reality, yeah, it's normal. The rapid decomposition is normal. Eyes come out.
It's
I
like
don't want to play this game anymore.
But that means it's happy.
it's a
when the
phoenix.
eyes come out,
it's
it means
probably
it's happy.
gonna get even stronger now.
Yeah.
If anything, I was holding it back.
Yeah,
It's
this is
got its little astronaut thing.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
and it's just turning into
And that's a permanent spell with permanence on it.
a slurry.
I put all my points into water
Put all my
sphere.
points in a water sphere. It's really good, and it will not break if I do any other spell ever again.
It's just a temporary situation until I can find a bathtub or something.
I love that a manta lives in the bathtub. It's great. It's like a balloon. I was trying to think if Prism would say anything to the actual C team, and I think other than looking at Dinar and being like, "Ooh, big," like I think nothing. So
Can we have that interaction, please?
Shiny.
like, oh, big, shiny. Okay.
Small. Shiny.
Weird.
There you go. That's it.
Yes.
So is
They're-
there like,
They're both idiots.
yeah, but
Yeah.
that makes
now,
for romance.
Keep going.
Yeah, keep
Let's
it.
see what else happens.
It's like, oh, shiny, too shiny. Don't stand too close to me. Stand over there.
Don't block my light.
Don't block my light, please. You're my light. Thank you.
What does Walnut see?
Walnut is complete wolf time.
Oh, like
Wolf time USA.
gone into wolf form.
Well, gone into wolf form and is just like at the doing the dog let me outside the door kind of like dance where it's like, do I want to go outside? I think I do. Like looking at the cart coming in the distance and just being like,
Wait, gone into wolf form? You transformed into a wolf?
yes.
Okay, so what happens to the water sphere? Is that
I said it had permanence on it.
Okay.
I'm level 11.
Son
Look,
of a bitch.
in my canon, in
Goes,
8th edition
and the water goes.
D&D. No, fine, all right. Then she's not.
no.
Is that important?
You already made,
No, you're a
your
wolf.
Fucking choice.
And that mantis.
What's going to make us talk about the manta less?
I have good news. I have good news. The finite water sphere has suddenly turned into an infinite air sphere all around. All around us, as far as the eye can see is air now.
And air is a fluid.
Yes.
At the right temperature.
If you squint.
Maybe let it on a grand enough time scale.
Haven't I always said that?
You zoom out far enough.
All right.
You know what?
The murderers, my manta's dead. All right. Yeah. Are y'all happy? Everybody wants to kill a manta today?
It didn't need water to live before. It's fine. Jerry, just say it's fine here.
It's doing well.
I love that.
I can make
My wife. I'm sorry.
Bring the wife into this
the
scene.
aristocrats.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Quiver is batting at this water sphere. It indeed still exists.
It doesn't.
Quiver is very interested in
No,
what's
bro,
going on.
concentration.
Oh, well, then Quiver has already begun to eat because the manta has been laid out on the ground.
Eye first. Little eyes first.
Oh, delicacy. Interesting.
And he grows. He's like, circle of life.
Texture.
Really kind of beautiful when you think about it.
If he eats your pet, sorry, this is Prism. If he eats your pet, it's kind of like he's your pet now, so.
What's up?
It's the big wide mouth, like that. My Pokemans, let me show you them cat meme. It's like too big.
Bop. Bop, bop.
They come and they go. Sunrise, sunset.
I cast
minutes ago.
Revivify. I bring the manta back to life. I don't like seeing you upset.
Oh, thank you. I think it dies right away again.
Then I cast Create Food and Water.
Here, maybe this may make you feel better.
Isn't that like 40 gallons of water?
Yes. We're all soaked. And it's flopping.
Now it's back, but only by the action of the water pushing on it. That's all.
And now it's got bites.
No, it's revivified.
Oh, okay.
What parts did you eat? Did you start with the eyeballs?
Oh.
No, I got a little of the fin. I started there, and Quiver is upset to see that it's back alive again because he says, "This it was the most incredible food I've ever eaten.
It's not my fault, man. I gave up on it.
I owe you a life debt.
There it is.
I pledge
Yes.
my fealty to you."
Okay. All right. That sounds good. This is going to make your two characters very easy to run.
Meow, meow, meow. That was Cathris.
Fuck.
Trying to communicate with Quiver.
You know what? This is really your fault. Again, I can't stress that enough. You did all of this.
Buddy, it was Cathris meowing. But it wasn't
no,
meowing, it was saying the word meow.
No, I was there for the
Okay,
joke.
all right.
Yeah, I saw it
I
too.
don't know, I'm still...
You know what?
For
Forget the manta.
podcast.
No, I pick it up. I hoist it. Dinar is hoisting this manta,
Lash that
looking
thing to the cart.
looking anywhere to throw this thing. Is there a fountain in town?
We're not anywhere near town.
When the cart arrives,
There's a well.
we strap it.
Throw it down a well?
Oh, do not throw my manta down a well.
His name's Timmy now.
Yeah.
Timmy, good on the well.
Yeah. I just keep healing him, just to keep him from dying. I just keep casting, I lay on hands just to keep this thing alive.
Dinar keeping it alive or
Yeah.
still? Oh, okay.
No. Still just being
Still just
silent
dumping.
creep, yeah. Just
He's trying to come to terms with being a real creature
Yeah.
now, and he's just sort of doing these weird
Yeah.
owl
Bird-
moves.
bird
yeah.
shot.
Honestly,
constantly,
this next
like-
stuff is very birdy.
yeah. And tugging at his chains absentmindedly.
That's my favorite part. I was thinking about that before the game. That's my favorite part about this is just like, it's fine, but there's always the
But it's
little
never
way-
right, yeah.
It's never the
Right.
right
Never
size.
get comfortable.
No, it's good.
I think any chance Yitzbin gets to oops, accidentally kicked Still in the head and now he's dead, but keeps missing, and so
back kick.
yeah, the back kick. There's just always slightly out of the way.
Don't startle me.
There's a lot of
Billy, I did not see bird behind.
Yitzbin was right.
Yitzbin was right.
Yitzbin did nothing wrong.
I'm telling you, the merchandise potential here is astronomical.
Let's get in there.
It's up to here. It's up to here.
First, and Yitzbin was right.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
So wait.
My way.
My way.
But in wolf, thank you.
Yeah.
I think we just stand until this cart gets here.
We keep this manta alive until she rolls up.
Clear.
Just a clear.
And then it's and then when it starts slowing down, I go, clear. Try to stretch out one HP at a time.
Can we leave the bubble? Is the bubble able to be permeated by my body?
What bubble?
I thought we were still in a soap bubble.
No, it's you are in a
You're
a new
I'm
place.
gone.
Yeah, you're gone. That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
figured.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
My wolf and the plot advances away from this manta snuff porn,
I'm
please.
sorry about the. I thought the manta was just going to be a fun
No,
friend that lives
the
in the
manta's
bathtub.
great. Now Quiver owes Rosie a life debt.
Yeah.
And also,
Will
and he will be in the bathtub. We'll
And then
see.
the manta will have a life debt to me.
That's, you're like, we'll see whose is better.
Yeah. We both got our pets now.
Never give your players a manta. This is the Dungeons and Dragons rule that's not published, but everyone knows it.
Yeah, it's rule -1.
Yeah.
That wasn't in Goats of Salt Marsh?
Goats.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I love that. So, yeah, it is coriander, and so this level of speed, it's not
Coriander is a mech capable of
yeah.
fucking
Was.
Greta.
Was.
Reminds me.
Was.
Now a mare.
Was. What
Once
happened?
I
Oh no,
referenced
Brody
Space.
blacked it out.
Yes.
So old.
Space.
Oh, that's right.
Became the boat, then
So,
became a mare again.
This is horse adjacent.
Classic.
Classic OG Coriander.
Vanilla skin.
So it's
New game.
New game minus.
New game.
the cart is moving at, it's excruciating. It is moving at coriander speeds, and you don't even think that coriander isn't not trying. their best. This is the best you can get from this creature.
Is anyone else offended by slowness of beast? Does horse need workout partner?
From a distance, it's like, because Brahma was sitting, it maybe looked like it was another centaur. And then you see the head, and you're like, shit.
The parallax?
Yeah, the parallax. And it becomes 2. You're like, son of a...
I don't care.
Every time.
Yeah.
Here's what I would like to happen. So the cart's going very slow. I'm a giant wolf so fast.
Yeah.
I would love to leap and just kind of like headbutt, just all in one blur, just like...
Right over the top?
No, just like basically knock Brahma off. I would assume she would grab onto me. I don't care about the cart or the horse. It'll keep going.
Yeah.
Just want wife.
Might go faster.
Yeah,
little
just
less
like
weight.
a little drive-by pickup.
Yeah, exactly. So you're running at the front
Yeah, and then
and then
bump along the
leap.
side, leap
exactly.
up. Nose are off.
It's
Yeah.
this moment where Yitzman's like, ah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, you think that it popped off the top? Oh, fuck! That's how you get horses.
I've heard the legend of rider ripped off of horse body, but never see in person.
The legends are true. Yeah. It's a wife extraction.
exactly.
Operation wife extraction.
No, exactly. You here. Give me a attack roll.
Oh, come.
Yeah.
Attacker.
Killer.
Kill coriander.
You natural
Kill
20.
Kill coriander.
Kill something.
Why?
Already killed my manta a few times.
Hey, I have advantage
bringing
on
it back.
a attack roll if my allies are within 5 feet, and my wife is my ally.
I mean, that's true. We're about to find out.
Coriander is.
Corianders, okay. Ooh, 18.
Oh, yum.
Can I do better?
Okay.
Absolutely not. So 18 plus, whatever. Probably not the bite stuff, so just 8. You could say 18.
Yeah, exactly. Well, unfortunately,
Plus
Too
5?
strong.
no,
23?
no. It's not good enough
Oh, because Brahma's so fucking chunky.
because Brahma
That good armor class.
rolled a 20,
Wow.
A nat?
natural 20.
A
She
Nathan
would.
20?
Exactly.
Oh, do I go to do it and then I
I
just...
mean, I want to make sure that you understand. I mean, I didn't make it up.
It's on there.
It's actually like on the dice. Don't look at my fucking notes. What's a
What's a
snoodlehopper?
What's a Google
What's
horse?
a jumble jube?
This is from Chris Perkins' Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
That's not true.
Yeah.
You can fuck a mushroom.
That
This is.
Spoilers.
I was gonna say this is my opportunity to announce that obviously I did a lot of work on
did.
mushroom fucking.
on the Witchlight thing. Yeah, the whole mushroom fucking section
Not
is
true.
me.
Yeah.
You need a
It's like Star Trek. That's 2
D1000.
full chapters of the book.
Yep. Scott Fitzgerald obviously came in.
I don't consent to any of
F.
this
Scott
accuracy.
Fitzgerald.
Just for grammar stuff.
Jeez.
I mean, it was an all-star team that put together, I think, probably the most comprehensive set
Graphic
of.
designed by Tristan Falcone, baby.
I didn't.
No?
I didn't even work on that book.
Well, just in general.
Yeah.
But there was dice that had Tristan Falcone's graphic design credit
I
on
did
it.
want. Look, can we talk about this game?
Exactly.
Play this game.
So you leap up
Sitting here
and
for like
and
trying to think of
she has stood up
mushrooms and great gas.
and leaned toward. You catch
Yes.
arm underneath your wolfy arm.
Yes.
Oh.
And the leap, the momentum, turns in midair, and she is on top.
Bratty Bottom, what's up? We all knew. Okay. So wait, she's on top? Like,
Exactly. No, like you've jumped, and she has like taken the momentum, and she has grabbed it and like, flipped over in midair, and it's all under the chin. It is the mega scritch.
Just find your spot.
Well, you
got
gotta.
that. I got it. The thumper noise. Hey, was that good audio podcast?
Yeah.
The rings on the table, you like that? I'm looking up like the podcast could see me look to the microphone.
There's
Hey, hey, podcast.
Smiling down.
Well, I miss him.
I'm like, yeah, I'm like,
She says, "What, you think I forgot?"
We call it the B spot.
Ooh.
fucking hell, I hate this. It's supposed to be sweet.
BB.
I'm just like mega like tongue to the side, out the teeth, just like absolutely Yeah, loving it. I'm honestly, I've forgotten to turn into my elf sona.
Your secondary elf sona.
Yeah, whatever. my skin suit.
Little slight turn, going after the ribs.
Oh my god,
It's just like browned on one side. Now we're done. We're gonna flip over.
I'm
do some
filthy.
scratches on this side.
and also covered in dirt.
Yeah.
Fleas.
Fleas, sure. Yeah, love it.
Hair's going everywhere.
Okay, so
There is a tier.
can I?
1. She has allowed 1.
Oh.
I love that. I would say I would I'm still this is like such like a like a emotional thing. Well, I'm not so good at showing emotions. I would say that she would like stop, get control for a minute with the scratching, give Brahma like lick her face too many times.
Yeah.
Like if
With a direwolf tongue, can you imagine?
Yeah, big tongue.
it's big velvety. And then I would loop around and scoop her up so that she could ride on me, and we'll escort the cart the rest
Oh,
of the
loop
way.
and scoop.
Fair enough. That's the classic. Oh, yeah. And then
She can ride on my back. Nobody.
that's fine.
Have her,
sometimes.
yeah, sometimes.
Oh, look, okay.
That was years ago.
I was first, so.
I was single then.
We were on a brink.
Break. Uh-oh. Loose scrunch.
Boing.
No, is that on camera?
Oh, no.
Did y'all just slowly watch that fall off?
TOS. All right.
Ow!
Yeah, it's heating up. They're gonna have to make a whole section. Scrunch fall?
What could it mean? Like a lost message board? Like, what is this? What is this betraying? Was this some sort of thing?
It was on purpose, right?
Still do that?
Yes.
So Coriander just clops forward alongside the what kind of gait are we talking about here?
I would,
Iron.
it's the like walking a little too fast from Coriander and then waiting and then looking back a little impatiently, but just
To
like
get caught up.
staying in line with the cart. But
Yep. Now the scratching has moved behind the ears.
the tail is
It's
wagging.
end-to-end service.
Thank you.
This is like at Brown Bear Car Wash. This is like the very best wash.
That's the real name of that. So
I'm saying this is like you're using the coupon your grandma gave you.
This is a regional car wash reference. What's up, Pacific Northwest?
And it's good.
it's not. When you roll up, they go, "Welcome to our car wash." And I hate it. Anyway,
Wash.
so it's not like that. But I would say that when we arrive to everyone now, that that I would just, I would just. I'm sure Brahma's got stuff to say. I just let her ride on me. Just bring.
I mean, we
Coriander.
see this cart. It's in.
It is.
We're just watching
It's
it creep
it's in
forward.
plain view.
I'm messing with the manta.
It's going.
No, I would start running towards the cart.
Yeah.
Hurry!
Get out of here. It's time.
I'm running out. I lay on hands.
You got the manta over your
Yeah, just like start trotting, screaming at Coriander.
I
You stupid friggin' horse! I hated you forever. Hurry up!
He's smacking around still. He's a cleric.
That's yeah.
Little owl brat. Come on.
I run out. I lay on hands. I need healing. Anyone healing? And then still flutter over and start doing lay on hands, trying to help.
Nice. So you're
guys have control 2 healers. Wow.
Yeah.
so you're basically trying
Yeah.
to get in, get that cart open, get the manta inside.
Well, I'm yelling to Rosie.
And then fill the car with water?
Yes, that's the plan.
Okay.
I throw the door open.
Fish tank.
I hurl the manta in.
That breaks the
Is
spine.
anyone in the cart?
Well, they're in for a surprise if there are. No time to check. I'm on a mission here.
Hold your breath.
Open the little door.
And then
All the way through, like toothpaste.
put a hand in, and
You
then
have to
I
fold
and
it up like a taco.
that's when
to
I
get
create
it.
food and water. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Is the cart watertight?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Let's say that the bottom.
If not, the food will make it.
Yeah,
I'll
there's a-
smush potatoes into all the cracks to
Listen,
make create a seal.
All you need to do is get the water. Catharistas maybe sees this and they rush over. Get the water around the gills only. The rest of the body can go. It could survive. Make a bowl of potatoes out of potatoes.
I want to.
Then fill that with water.
No.
And apply it to the gill
Like,
slit.
it's like the cart's roomy because it's roomy enough for Dinar and there's
to
extra
sleep.
room.
Yeah.
So like, but like the windows wouldn't hold it. I imagine like
No.
so he fills the whole thing with water, but then goes halfway just to like window level, and then you got a manta and then a bunch of potatoes like soup, just kind of flop it in there, and then just like
Just
I did it.
Occasionally, the manta like feasts on a potato.
do they eat potatoes?
Yes.
Space mantas.
Space mantas eat potatoes.
all they eat.
Write it down.
Regaining hit points slowly
good
like
luck.
good berries.
Write it in the sky and gossamer teardrops. All right. And then I go, I did it! And then I cast Find Steed, so I have something to ride. Because I can't get in the cart now.
You can get on top of the cart.
I was just gonna say, so it takes about 10, but it takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, then you'll have to sit there and wait.
You're
I'll show
clapping.
you a real steed.
Because they got to start all the way out here. And then you go,
I haven't done it in a while.
Prism thinks you're clapping for her, and she's like, yes. Oh, good job for you too.
We're all great.
We're all great.
So this groups are beginning to coalesce. They're sort of mixing in the middle. They're passing through. Vanta speaks to Prism and says, had you heard the same stories I did about a Kaladin?
Prism looks back at her and goes, huh, no. She's had been still feeling uneasy about Vanta being here. But Prism looks at Vanta and just goes, I thought it was a permanent arrangement. I didn't think that I would, be standing here today before you. And you before me, so.
She says, what I always heard is that there's someone that we're supposed to be. And if we can find that, but I don't think I want what you have.
Wait. What do you mean? That's what you want. That's why you look for me. I've got the gift. You want the gift.
She looks out at the rest of the party sort of commingling and stretched out in this plaza area on the way out. And she, just with a loose gesture, just sort of indicates all of them collectively. And she says, you'd need them so badly.
Prism is like,
It's a sickness.
immediately Prism turns that scarlet, angry red, absolutely offended. And she's like, I don't need them. They need me, obviously. Look. And then she starts kaleidoscoping colors, and they're meeting in places on her skin and her hair, and they're crashing into each other and making new colors and stuff. And she's like, who wouldn't want this? Obviously.
From a ways away, Yitzman's like, that's exactly what I need.
See?
Dinar goes, ah! Too bright.
So beautiful.
I don't want this.
They can't even look at me. I'm so brilliant.
She says, I mean, it's not like a vampire, but it's kind of like a vampire.
I give them something that they love, and I, am communicating with them. I feel their feelings, they feel mine. It's, that's my gift. I just feel a lot of their feelings.
Excuse me, what? This is... Oh, Yitzman's too stupid to catch this little exchange.
This would be weird.
But the word vampire, I think Rosie's ears perk up, and suddenly she's like, the eagle-eyed among us would notice
Ear.
definitely.
The pointy little ear.
If halfling ears could turn like corgi ears.
They do.
Suddenly, she's not looking with her eyes, but she's looking with her hearing.
That's in 5.5.
Boing. Yeah.
That's pretty cute.
Full swivel.
It's gonna make the little robot cosplay ear thing really fun for me.
I love that.
So she extracts that. She says, I think I'm gonna live here. I think I can make a life for myself here.
on this road, on this dirt road,
On this dirty road.
Yeah, yeah, basically.
disgusting road.
This is it for me.
This is the spot.
This is where I
Got
want to
everything
go.
I needed.
I love the dirt.
I got road. I got a hillock.
Yeah.
What else do I need?
Couple
Exactly. She gestures at the temple rest
Oh.
in the center of the welcome site.
Prism goes, well, the idea that Vanta is telling her that she doesn't want to suck her up and like become part of her. Prism is trying to rationalize this as like, this is maybe still part of a ploy.
Exactly.
And so Prism's like, well, you know, if here at the temple is where you want to stay, I'll always know where to find you if I need you. So I'll be doing my thing out here in the world, and you can stay away there. It's a fine arrangement.
She says, farewell, sister.
And Prism's like, and then she does like a little like air hug. Like she won't touch her, but she's like, she's like, thank you for helping.
All the best.
Yep, but she doesn't look at Vanta when she does it. She's like, thank you for your help, and you weren't so bad. Yet.
There is as I was suggesting previously, there's a number of different languages spoken at the welcome site. And so even in the middle of this scene, there are people who need access to Numeria's direction at the, just to manage the harms they're still mitigating. And you hear the sort of soft, exquisite Omnian vowels. And someone approaches Numeria and says, "Milady, the long moment before striking did not make it."
Who that is?
What's that?
We don't know.
None of my business.
It sounds like some kind of cat name.
The long moment before striking. It does sound like a cat name.
Who else is within earshot? I can.
Anybody who wants to. I mean, this is clearly. I mean, it's rendered in this other tongue, but it's clearly a Tabaxi formulation.
Okay. And that makes sense that Quiver would also want to check on this previously murdered host of ours. Excuse me. Who are you referring to? I assume that the cadence of it, it's like we know that this is a name.
Yeah.
It's not nouns, it's like Steve.
Yeah. It's probably. My guess is that the names are probably rendered with a specific cadence or something like that, just to indicate that it's not just a sentence that you're
or
saying.
A poem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She says, there was a mother that we discovered near Matha that did not survive.
That's not what Quiver says.
Yeah.
Wait, remind Chris.
Yeah.
This scenario, like this mother would have been. Oh, I can ask in character.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I can't stress enough. I understand that I am weird. You don't know this. You haven't failed me.
Oh, sure. I'm always afraid I'm missing a cool detail there. But
No. This is new information. This place expands and contracts according to its need, and there is great need always at the welcome site.
How did it happen?
She says, "Come with me." And as you walk to an area of tents you had not seen previously, there had been, she describes a brutal raid. Servants of the dragon Hibernacs often encroach on settlements as a sort of shock, and then as they spread, it delights itself in the manner of a tiger.
It's just like, ooh, look at that one over there. Mhm. Yeah. Okay.
And when you arrive at the tent, there is a shroud pulled over one of the cots.
A crisp shroud.
A crisp shroud. God bless you.
They get up. Get out of here.
Bless you.
Beatrice.
And there are 4 kittens mewling and tugging at the shroud.
Their stature. Would we be able to tell that they are of the Kazirat, Ulthar?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're substantial. These are not kittens in the classic sense.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and they're yes, such creatures were once in your care.
Yeah, I think, Quiver, seeing this would immediately begins to, like, make these maternal, like, and comes over and starts to lick them. Like this is a comfort to children.
But they need it.
Yeah.
It
Like it
hasn't been done.
Yeah, it's an intrinsic, like, something that they have not felt since this happened.
You're licking the kittens.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they are
What? Wait, what?
Their
No,
head.
I won't.
Stop it.
are-
Stop.
Dinar trots over and just pops one in his mouth. Goes, you got the right idea. They're like jalapeno poppers. And he's like,
Gotta get our strength back up.
1 HP. No.
That does not happen, does it?
You could say something to Rosie where you're like, ooh,
some of these.
you know, they eat
Yeah.
cats in general.
as a reminder, Dinar eats cats.
And a
These are
lot of them.
cats, though. They're tabaxi.
Yeah, like they're not like just street cats. Like they have clothes and stuff.
Yeah, they're
like they're
little
wearing.
babies.
Yeah.
Is it now that Dinar's realizing there's a difference between
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like, okay.
cats and tabaxis?
So it's like, look, Ryan will eat a croissant.
Yeah.
I will also eat a croissant that's wearing a little hat. It's still a croissant. You know what I mean?
That hat pumps right off.
Yeah, the hat pops right off. Still a delicious croissant.
To be fair, the dogs of the Janari court also were wearing clothes.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
I have little judgment.
But they
I
are
think
yeah.
If Dinar tries to, like, he's like,
Yeah,
and
anyway,
heads
he's got the
toward-
right idea.
I think Rosie will throw her staff in front of him and be like, maybe not.
Just like the rings jangle at the top.
He's doing it.
He's not. Yeah, let's see how this plays out. If he eats them, you can eat them. How's that? All right. Okay.
Well, then there'll be less.
Yeah, there's gonna be less. Yeah, I'm not gonna get. There's barely gonna be any left.
We have cats at home.
I saved your manta. Dude, give me this. Look, I did something for you. You did something for me.
So eat the manta.
We have cats at home. Somewhere Onyx like gets a shiver.
That's
how's
true.
Onyx?
I never tried to eat onyx.
We'll have an opportunity
All right.
in
the
this
season's
game.
the show's not over.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
I'm gonna eat that cat. Last episode.
Eat that cat.
All right.
All right. Sorry.
They are kneading the shroud with the flats of their paws and mewling as you perfect them.
Medicinal biscuits.
Yeah. Quiver would continue until, like, and also like applying that pressure at the back
At
of
the neck.
like to keep them in place.
Yeah.
Until some of this has, like, the direness of it.
Yeah.
The desperation
The
in
need.
it has settled some. And
So as you do that, one by one, you have 4 cats clinging to you variously, at the leg, at the shoulder, around the midsection.
Can we say maybe that like the outfit that Quiver wears is actually designed for this?
I was gonna just say that there's like a belt that has like little kid leashes that just now attached to 4 of them, and so Quiver can walk, and then it's just the.
Or, I was gonna say a bandolier, and there's just 4
bandolier.
little
Well, remember,
kittens.
Janari warriors wear their children into battle,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it could. Yeah, so let's say that like with
The shift, like the simple cloth, is actually like pouches.
it's not a big deal to tug some of it loose
Yes.
and then bring them in. Yeah. Oh
my God.
So
And,
there's like they're just all sticking out, little paws and heads.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
yeah,
God.
and it's just the rumble against the chest now.
Oh man.
best feeling. As this is happening, Rosie, who has stopped Denaro with her staff, approaches and she puts a hand. I assume we're about equal height.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so she puts her hand on your shoulder and she looks at the kittens and she goes, I have a place they can stay.
They need a place to stay. They need rest.
I know exactly what we can do. She's very happy.
Well, yeah, there is a very specific place, operated indeed
you can dump
in
these
secret.
I got a place too.
I got a place.
Right?
A lot of room. There's a lot of room.
Dinars be like, I know a place. This is the place.
Right here.
It's an orphanage of sorts.
In that it makes orphans.
Yeah.
It's the transition between child and orphan.
I love fucking
The gullet.
kittens. That's the best character moment. Show's over.
It's pretty.
We got there.
It's
Yeah.
it's nice as you have bekittened yourself.
This is just the kitten.
He's all kitted out.
Yeah, exactly. This is amazing. Certainty has followed in and has observed some of this while Nymeria is continuing to administrate the facility in like in a very stilted way. It's not incorrect. Like it's the feeling is real, but you get the sense that it's a rusty skill. Nymeria says, "Daughter, you seem well. Did you receive the 4th volume of Diadem lore I sent? I know we cannot see each other often, but the times we are able to share are of immense value to me."
She's like very stuffy.
Yes.
She's still wearing this.
Very scholarly. And Certainty says, "I love you too, Mom."
Certainty, my parents are idiots.
Nobody has smart parents. I'm here to tell you right now. Omen sees an opportunity to make a good thing bad. And of course he's gonna
Hence
The whole show.
of course he's gonna take it. So he comes in to this he comes into this real emotional
I'd like to
moment.
center myself on this moment.
I've got some things to say.
Pushes Quiver by the head out of the way.
No. Like lifts up a mailed boot and just places the waffle of it right on his head and goes, "No, get out." Anyway, the cat's gone.
I think we're all happy.
Yeah,
about
back
that.
now back to me.
He's speaking to Nymeria, but it's clear that he is also speaking to Certainty. It's important for her to be here when he says this to him, and he says to Nymeria, he says, "I was wrong." Have you ever heard the saying, "I'd give my left arm"? And Nymeria says, "I haven't." Is that she
like looking at
She
him.
looks to Certainty, and she says, "Is that a saying?"
Common.
And Omen says, "It's a very common saying, actually." Anyway,
It's been open.
yeah, exactly.
I just invented it.
It's not common saying. I have common saying phrase.
Anyway,
book.
I just invented it. Everyone's using it.
yeah, it
I just
happened.
came up with it, and everyone's
I
using
do
it.
see here. I give my left nut.
Well,
He's
that's
similar?
no, that's not. No, I got them. They're all there. He
I'm
says,
just like
All of
got
them.
his hand and
he says, anyway, I literally did give my left arm to learn it. I was wrong. Oh man! All right, this will take
Couldn't told you that for free.
It took me
Rosie
a long
says under
time.
her breath. She's like,
Yeah.
"You're wrong.
Yeah,
Didn't have to cost you your left arm.
exactly.
We're all trying to give you that message for free, bud.
Exactly. So, I think
Shows her.
that's it. If we want to head back, or if there is any other business here at the welcome site.
I don't think so.
Visit the welcome site.
You know how it is. It's at that point. It's like you can't go back. It's like this part of the video game. It's like you need to
If you
save.
did all your side quests,
I hope you got all your high potions.
you'd be putting in a second CD at this point. So, I like the idea that Cthulhu has an opportunity to interact with a deity. But
Briefly.
but it's not a deity that interests them particularly.
Yeah,
so
but
it's like
it's a rare opportunity.
triage.
It's like going to a museum when you're not particularly interested in the subject.
Yeah,
Like, I understand that this is amazing, but
a lot of people are invested in this.
yeah,
Clearly,
people care
Yeah.
about this.
I
It's
think
the gift shop.
before, so like, Vanta was like loitering in the vestibule of the welcome site or whatever.
Yeah.
I think before, like Prism turns to leave because she's absolutely not going to stay. She looks at Vanta and she's just like making sure she's out earshot. She's like, I want you to have this, sister. And she reaches out and she's very nervous to touch hands. She does, and she puts. Thank you. She puts something in Vanta's hand, and then she takes her hands away, and she's like, "This is for you." What does Vanta?
Well, I was just going to say, so what might be cool is if when everyone is loaded into the cart and leaving, if she looks at it as the cart is leaving,
Completely
is that okay?
fine. That's fine.
In the
She thinks you.
tub cart.
Yeah. As soon as it gets
on
going,
top.
the water and potatoes are just going to be like, you're going to see them hitting the windows.
And the manta.
Got a stew going.
Exactly. So as they
almost got carte line.
as
Let's say it takes
as it's,
Omen's hand, and that's the key. Then I get it.
Is Omen coming with us?
It's a practice.
you don't think he is?
Is Certainty coming with us?
Certainty is coming with you.
Okay, good.
Omen's not gonna come.
No, Omen is staying here with Nymeria. It seems like they have something to talk about.
Well, he needs to regrow his arm. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I would say, if we're gonna leave, that I would come out of my wolf form so I could yell something at him. And I, like put Brahma off.
Hold on, shake.
And I look
Goes
at
flying.
She's on your shoulders. Just
She's still there.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's not good. Sorry.
I look at Omen. And I don't approach him at all, but just paces off. I see that he's about to go, and I go, Omen, you're welcome from your vital employees. And just like the want to just be like she has so much mixed feelings and hatred for this person, and it's just like the seething, the vital employee. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I hope it's a long time before we see you again.
Yeah. He says, I understand. A lot's going to be different now.
I think the Walla would just go put her arm around Brahma and be like, okay.
Yes, but
Haven't we?
Yeah.
Seen it and heard it so many times?
yeah.
That laugh was Tristan and also Walnut.
Yeah.
As the cart pulls away, sort of on that, the part of the road that is both from the welcome site and also overlaid onto the actual long road that goes to Red Larch. Vanta looks into her palm and opens her hand.
It's a note, and it says, "Thank you for being a fan," and it has Prism's autograph.
Yes, that's exactly what I was hoping. Yes.
Perfection!
Yes.
Perfection! Revered Shadow Council, Mayor Liebisch, please you. We are moving now into our break zone. Our frail human bodies require maintenance.
Fluid in, fluid out.
It's a
Frail
closed
manta
system.
body.
tale as old as time. I don't know. It's from a.
Frail manta body.
Our frail manta
We
bodies.
douse them with
We need
our
spritzing.
refreshments.
Yeah.
They need to be maintained, just like our own bodies. We'll be back in moments.
You ruined it.
Hello, and welcome back to Test C Teams. Now, as is customary, after the break, let us enter a reverent space and do a reading from the Book of Alyssa. Immediately after the mid-app break, it is Liar's Night on Idle Champions, but how can you trust it? I don't know. You should check and see if it is actually Liar's Night.
It's not.
Never is.
Shut up.
It is.
This event introduces Brig Hellclaw, which you might recognize from ICP Godslayers, the new campaign.
Oh, I was like, what?
No,
What a crossover.
it also brings back Esmeralda Davenier and Avrin, or Avrin, I think. That's Todd's.
I don't listen to that.
Todd's Birdsman. Our C Team giveaway this week is the big Dinar bundle featuring Unlock for Dinar Blitz in 42 Dinar gold chests and an exclusive golden epic. Now,
He's our golden epic.
you know what? He is.
Copper epic.
Now, yeah, I guess that's true.
Oh, no.
So when we last saw our heroes,
P. I see.
yeah,
Whoop.
wicked clown. So when last we saw our heroes, they were getting in a cart to go home.
Well, getting on the cart.
Getting on the cart. No one's allowed to get in the cart.
There's soup inside.
That's true. So wait, is this everybody up top?
Don't dead soup inside.
Don't dead soup inside.
Everybody on top.
We can get.
I'm driving.
Yeah. There's room there.
The cart's so slow.
driving?
We're
Yitzpin's not
walking.
riding. Yitzpin's running alongside the
was
cart.
to
So
say.
there's some. Oh no! Don't you even? No! It's not welcome any longer. We tolerated it for a long time.
I'm saying, are you still or Dinar?
Dinar.
Trying to climb on. Yes, but where's the stirrups?
Dinar's got Clarkmore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then Clarkmore's so slow. Or not Clarkmore. Coriander's so slow.
Oh sure. Yeah.
And then just like,
What are you suggesting right now, Dinar?
little help?
Great.
Little help? Horse lady?
What? I think that Dinar is suggesting that Yitzpin also pull the cart.
No. But
Little help, he says.
is A, very insulting. B is also yesterday was pull day, today push day. So Yitzpin will get behind the cart and push.
And all that manta slaw just comes sluicing out the back window,
No, it's all good.
bathing.
Washing around in there, yeah.
Oh no, I have Rosie's character sheet.
Yeah, how do we know what's going on?
Whoops.
We need 2 iPads each.
Make it up.
If yeah,
She does strong stuff. She casts push of great strong in the at the highest level.
I give you bardic inspiration for the first time in the whole season. I remembered I have it, and I go,
Thank you.
so strong. And then I look up. This is Prism, obviously. Hello, and this is Prism for the podcast. I look up at Dinar on his big sparkly steed.
It's
and
a
I
lot.
go- and,
It is a lot.
And Prism goes. Also, she fucking hates Brahma. Remember that little character tidbit? She's completely ignoring that she's here. And Prism looks up to Dinar and goes, like, can I get a lift? Like, trying to get lifted up onto Clarkmore. She's like, skin sparkles, hair
Yeah.
sparkles. Turning various like coppery colors.
nice.
I mean, because I was gonna say, like, Dinar in xenophobic Janari fashion, if they're not dragonborn, it's just like, ugh. But if you turn in copper, that may be a little, like, get him a little bit.
It could be a vassal potential.
Yeah.
Reach down with Omen's hand to help you up. And it's, yeah, all right.
Yeah, so
You and the
Prism-
bird
Prism,
can come.
Prism doesn't know what that is. Oh yeah, so she'll she's like, oh yeah, right, the bird.
He seems to be the best of you.
He's
He helped me heal the manta. He seems to be the sweetest and the best of all of you. strangers.
We had a rough time, but he's got like a great new accessory. So like bygones be bygones for me.
Wow.
So yeah, I use Still as a stepping stool to get up on car.
Just like,
Just right up on the head and then.
Yeah.
But he's probably down to clown. He's like, hey, all right, then. I was happy to help.
yeah. He's just like, mate.
Oh, okay.
The chains hold him up.
Flip. Neck compresses. He dies. You hear bones snap. But he's just an inhuman puppet being kept alive by chains.
Yeah.
It's like a zombie. Doesn't
So
matter.
so we put him in the
With the manta.
put him in with a manta and just
him
stir
fight it
the
out.
pot. Yeah.
Stack
you
these
can do that
demons
too
like
if you want.
cordwood.
Yeah.
Or he could fly.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say.
Away.
Or he could use the
Far away.
sword like a surfboard in the air.
Yeah, the sword's still around too.
Surfboard, sword. Come on.
The sword is still around.
It's
Wow,
like-
that
it's
would be
like
totally
Nimbus.
different.
It's like
yeah.
Nimbus.
Yeah.
Come on, Ryan.
Yeah, I mean,
Come on, Ryan.
I'm still trying to get a feel for what his new vibe is.
Nice boy.
I'm just a kid
Just do the.
and life
Just
is
pretend to be bad.
No, he is.
But
he
never
is
let that land.
Not. It's like a puppet that came to life. It's like Pinocchio came to life, but
Yeah.
Pinocchio never wanted to be a real boy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like
this
it's
is-
a wish I didn't ask for.
It's
kind
first
of
season. It's very much first season anime protagonist, right?
yeah,
A blank.
yeah.
But I like the idea of a puppet that didn't want to be alive in the first place, and
Yeah.
it's just like, no, let me die.
Or it's just like I
he
don't know, none of this is what I asked for, and that's why he's just constantly pulling at
Tugging at it.
absent-mindedly, just like tugging.
Listen, I want this show.
That's his only thing. No, but I think he would refuse. Also, I don't want my characters interacting. So
Also, that's confusing for me and the brand.
he'll refuse. I can barely do one at a time. Don't make me do two.
Yeah.
Refuse what?
The ride.
Oh,
Dinar was
okay.
offering a ride.
Okay.
So his head stepped on,
Right.
and then he'll just say,
thanks.
"No, thank you." Beak smash. No, thank you. I got a sword. And he gets on an ominous sword and hovers over Yitzbin's head.
Hoverboard.
Look at me! Look at me! Whee!
Her antlers
And just
a little
like,
half.
just going like, right past her face.
With the infinite
That little
blade.
sound it could cut at any moment.
like a mosquito.
How is this happening? Every time there's like
got
the first few she's able to ignore it, but then the next few she's like
Or not
like
flinching,
a
like,
dog,
"Ugh."
a fly going by. It's like,
While this is happening, Prism is shining up the back of Dinar's armor and just using it as a mirror.
Just posing back there.
It's just like, I get a little scuff. Let me get this for you.
Checking the angles.
Make sure we're good.
Certainty climbs up the side of the cart and then, like, in the manner of a question, sort of like pats the bench next to you.
Yeah, Rosie, sort of more as a gesture than anything, scoots over and makes room. Because Rosie's got some questions.
Yeah, I was just gonna say she sits there. So are you gonna ride for a little while before
Ride or
you
die.
leverage
She's right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
the cartographer's spell?
I think
Just the feel of it might be
well,
nice.
We're pretty close to Red Larch, right?
Yeah, not too far.
Yeah, I don't think I would.
You don't even need to do the spell.
because I want to talk to Certainty. I don't want any time travel.
It's just like when your parents take the long way home. You know, it's like the speed limit's 60. Why are we doing 40?
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
going
yeah.
on?
So once everybody's in a good gait on the way back to home,
Oh, where
gonna-
where are your guys?
yeah,
Real
yeah.
quick.
I'm gonna Quiver would be. Quiver can be on the roof.
Yeah.
Right. That's
Yitzbin
easy.
also has a spot.
Okay.
If you want,
yeah.
if he wants to surround Yitzbin.
That's fair. And then I think Kathris is.
This can be up with walnut.
He'd
and
be in the soup because he wouldn't give a shit. He'd just be like
Oh, this manta's from a strange place. Hello, friend.
just sloshing around.
Constantly healing. Who'll know? Huh?
It's just more like this is where I always
Quiver
sit.
just obsessed with eating this manta.
Yeah, I always sit in the back. Guess I'll sit in the back.
Very polite.
Like the water sloshing around him.
When in Rome, they're just like, okay.
I'm gonna sit. Yeah, I'll sit in. Kathris will sit inside, but with his facing the back of the cart because I want to want to interact.
Oh, sure.
Oh, with the window.
Yeah.
With the window open.
And where's Walnut?
On top with Brahma.
And where's
Oh,
Quiver?
it's crowded roof.
Who's in first? I I have no idea.
Quiver can be with them too. Quiver's with
He
Yitzbin.
figures it out.
It could be on
He does this
Yitzbin, it
thing.
could be on Dinar, it could be on Clarkmore.
Up on the top, I can see a situation where he's on the top of the cart, and kittens are always trying to get to it. They're always just trying to murder themselves. Nope, nope,
Well-
nope, nope, nope.
If he's on Clarkmore, then it's just
Oh, they're bundled.
most
Yeah.
tempting of temptations.
No. No
It's
eating.
it's the snack pack.
Yeah,
There's
it's
no
just like
way that he's gonna bring these kittens anywhere fucking near Dinar at
maybe
this
he
point.
doesn't realize.
No, put Quiver on the roof with tending to the kittens. Walnut and Brahma are up there.
Yeah.
Walnut sees Quiver taking care of kids and then looks at Brahma and sees Brahma looking sweetly at the kittens. And then Walnut's like, no.
She doesn't. She is surprised by the content. But I mean, this is the thing. I think that Dinar probably thinks that he's being cool about the cats.
Yeah.
But if anyone else actually looked at Dinar looking at the cats, he'd just be like, oh,
Eyes are like
Flavoring.
wide open and
Yeah.
constantly drooling. It's like I'll tap my real life dog. This is all he does. He just like when he sees you eating, his eyes get so wide, and he sits there far enough away so he's not begging. He's just staring you down from across the room. He's like 10 feet away, just going, and he starts panting, and I'm like, dude, this is worse than if you were begging. That's what he's doing, just like at a safe distance.
he thinks
he's just
that,
like,
but he thinks that he's got it. He's like, I got this locked down.
Yeah.
But he's just
No one can tell.
playing it cool. In his head, he's like, ice cold, baby. And then on the face, it's just like,
I love this. Prism's like, I have this effect on people.
it's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who they are,
yeah.
right?
Little kitten McNuggets. I'm just like, I'm having them.
Just waiting
Yeah.
for one to fall.
Yeah.
Kit fillet? Boy.
5-second rule.
If you can eat it under 5 seconds, no one can get mad at you.
It's the Janari 5-second rule.
You eat all 4 in 5 seconds, you're clean.
Yeah.
Fifth one's free.
They have to pretend that they never existed.
Yeah.
There was never kittens. Oh,
Let's hear certainty talk.
Yes.
Let's
Now
go.
let's advance the plot.
Oh, you guys sure? This is fun.
I'm just really trying to soak up these last few fun moments before it turns into an inevitable shitstorm again. Jay, what kind of sick stuff you got for us?
Twisted stuff.
Twisted shit.
Pervert stuff. Yeah.
Pervert stuff.
With everyone in their places.
Places.
We go for 5 minutes and Rosie doesn't speak up.
Oh, nice.
And because I think honestly it's not like she's trying to be trying to put certainty in an uncomfortable place or anything. She's just trying to figure out how to ask
Yeah.
what she needs to ask.
And certainty is fine. Letting that silence extend into infinity.
Okay. Yeah, so certainty's not starting the conversation. Rosie finally.
In the distance, you can start to see that young forest extending down from the crypt garden down toward Red Larch off on the right.
Okay.
And they are indeed red.
Okay.
It is that season.
Rosie may want to use the power to slow the ride.
Yeah, can she?
We get lost
freeze
right
them.
away.
No, I think Rosie, she gestures. She's holding the reins on Coriander. So content to let Coriander just meander. But she gestures with her chin toward the forest, and she says, "Certainty. I'm sure you are the last person I need to tell this to, but do you see that forest over there, that new growth?"
Yeah, she nods.
Sometimes, this is a philosophy I've held for some time. Sometimes you do have to just clear cut, just burn it down in order for something new, something young, something clean to emerge.
This is so good.
Thank you, Certainty.
This is exactly what I want to do.
She scoots closer to you, and at her height, when she leans over, her head is on top of your head, right?
Right.
And she begins to cry into your hair.
Okay.
And she's crying and also like nodding.
And I take one hand off the reins. Coriander knows where she's going anyway. And the other hand goes around Certainty's shoulders and draws her very, very close, very, very tight. And lets her cry for a little while, and says, "I think that you're doing the right thing, even though I know it's difficult. Is there anything you need from me?"
I said it so someone else would hear it. And I didn't have to be the only one to know it anymore. You were the person I chose.
I can keep a secret.
I've seen your file. I don't think they know all your secrets yet.
I don't think they do.
Maybe I can trade you back.
It's not a system of commerce, dear.
Little edge.
Yeah. Let's not let capitalism enter this.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not like this.
Does anyone else know?
Maybe not the extent of it. Maybe not the extent of it. I know that my aunt will never stop
I get that.
trying to burn it
Yeah.
to the ground. I don't think I'm done dealing with her yet. But I'm confident that my father and his brothers is a solved problem. It took a lot of doing.
I can imagine. Each one of them seems to be more well guarded than the last.
She says, it's a solved problem.
Is it done?
I didn't want to stay at the welcome site any longer than I had to, but I have confirmation.
And
I didn't need to see it. I needed it done, but I didn't need to see it.
you shouldn't see something like that, darling. And the hand squeezes her shoulder. And they're at this point, I think, drawing pretty close to Red Larch.
Yeah.
So, they're getting to the place where Rosie doesn't feel confident having this conversation. And I think is trying to keep it pretty vague, just in case there's anybody listening.
I wanted to say, I didn't want to bring it up.
That'd be so funny.
Excuse me, I can't hear everything.
Hey, I got
one
some-
more question.
All this talk of secrets. Can you elaborate?
Yeah. You can turn to look at the window and just fully absorbing, just passively.
What do you think, Cathris?
I think that sometimes I couldn't help but notice you being upset. Certainty. Sometimes I think that we clear cut, not even to make way for new growth. Sometimes not having a forest is enough of a reward. An empty expanse.
The voyage.
I don't want to hear any more of that anti-forest rhetoric down there. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sick of this.
A metaphorical forest.
I don't like it even in metaphor. Something else. City, maybe. There you go.
Cut the city down.
Great.
Faxes.
Brahma, you're so cute. Done.
Brahma, I love you so much.
Damn that old gem. All right, go ahead.
So it's becoming clear. You can see men and women at that northern entrance into Red Larch, perhaps at one time considered a backwater town, but the events of the last 4 or 5 years have substantially raised its stature. And also apparently an unlimited supply of wood that constantly regrows itself, encroaching on the town.
I don't like the idea of cutting it down, you know? I kind of want the trees to, like, grow to a certain height and then walk into town and be like, here I am, you can have me now.
Bye, world.
I'd make a great chair. If I have any say in it, I'd like to be a rocking chair.
My life's purpose is to be a spoke on that cart's wagon wheel.
Is there like a river where the trees just go and then just float into the mill?
Yeah. They stretch a little bit. All right, here we go.
Going on that long float home.
That hurts more than I thought it would.
Bye, son.
Wood? Damn. I'm on a log, flume to hell.
A whole family comes in. Could we be a credenza?
The issue, you're going to kill Kate.
I had to look up the other day if you could actually die laughing.
Wait, and?
You can. That's why it's a saying. Which means people have.
More than one. They had to figure out the cause.
You need a control group.
This is it.
Them that don't die.
Jerry's about to drop some evil shit.
Oh, no, I'm just having fun.
Yeah.
No, it happened. But no, you can tell that the task of maintaining the clear road is substantial.
We got a 5-minute window. Get through here right now.
But it's the town itself, perhaps as a direct result of this encroachment, it's actually fed substantial growth. The town is larger as a result of this supply.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
What'd you say?
He said red large. And no one laughed. That's the way the story goes. No one laughed at that joke.
And it was fair, and I'm not upset. That's okay.
If any of us had said that,
That's okay.
you would be frowning,
You'd be furious.
admonishing us.
And
would've
now,
broken
and
for
I have been
lunch.
tested, and I have passed because I was not upset
No, it should be established.
because I did it.
Yeah, my voice is the best.
My joke was good for me, and that's it. And anybody who likes me. So.
It's not that I say it; it's that my voice says it. I have the best voice.
Jerry, as we're going through
Oh, yeah.
as we're going through town and seeing both the growth of Red Larch and the forest continuing to like grow, I would say that Walnut looks uneasily on the changing scenery. That there's no like it is enough to take her out of the moment, you know, with Brahma on top of the cart and everything, and
Right.
it's just like it's like that underlying anxiety of
Of
this is not
her role.
sustainable. But also, if I don't look at it, maybe.
Well, I think that's a pretty common strategy.
And from the front of the cart, Rosie goes, well. If it isn't the consequences of your actions.
Yeah, Cathris.
What's up?
Through that.
What do I do?
So you can see the long road, of course, bisects Red Larch, and near the end, very near the sign at the south entrance that says Red Larch, the town that beat the dragon. You can see that Welver's Wagons has a new. The sign has expanded somewhat as you approach the turn to the left, and it now says Welver's Wagons, Connor Welver, proprietor.
Welver.
A change of ownership. There might be a sale on wagons, so
Wow.
consider that excitement for this campaign.
This one's sluiced, so
Oh, look at
You're not
this.
gonna get that smell out.
the sluice is loose.
It's like a flood damaged car.
It smells like Manta in here.
Yeah, you gotta get it detailed. But it is a quick left turn at the midpoint, another quick right turn.
And we're losing stew
Yeah.
on these sharp turns. You can't. I mean,
Cthulhu stays upright.
yeah.
No, and the manta is reduced to
level.
gravy at this point. I mean, it's
I healed the hell out of it.
Yeah. That was before these
No, it's
turns.
going in the bathtub, Jerry.
okay.
It's
that's-
going in the bathtub, Jerry.
No. So you arrive the carriage house immediately to the right. The drawn-in courtier just beyond.
It's honestly good to be back.
It's good to be
It
home.
feels like that. It actually feels.
Yeah.
I feel
feels good to be
better.
Yeah.
I guess.
Had an arc called Homecoming. This would be the
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Are we boring you?
I mean, a little.
No more than usual.
I mean, yeah, standard levels.
Come on, get in it. The cart arrived.
My spells.
All right, we need to get this manta into
Yeah,
the bathtub
I've been healing the
ASAP.
shit
This
out
is
of
the
it.
most important quest we've ever had in this game.
Prophet, we're back. I need your biggest tub.
I just got a big wet manta over my shoulder.
Give me the honeymoon suite.
We got a jacuzzi up here somewhere.
I can.
That's like an aeration. Yeah, that'll help. Get him in.
Feed trough out back for the horses.
Yeah,
We just
exactly.
fucking dump it out. Put the manta in.
You absolutely could. I mean, right now it's being used to hold, fall vegetables. It could easily be decanted,
Okay.
harvested,
Yeah.
Sure.
filled with water.
The only thing in there right now is some fall vegetables and 2 mantas that a couple of people just were keeping. They may come back and get them, but we may have to just swap out.
Manta storage.
Yeah.
Fall vegetable sounds like it's just going to add to this.
Found my mantas on the ground right next to the trough. What the hell kind of? How dare you?
What kind of operation you running here?
Paid good money.
I think we just dump the water, the fall vegetables, the potatoes, and the manta in the big trough.
The manta soup.
Well, it could be a situation. It could be a situation where the trough is here, and then someone just like gets on one side of the cart and lifts, and then it all just kind of
Yeah.
slides out.
You do that in like a, oh God.
He's our strongest boy.
Yeah, sure. If that's the place to put him.
Yeah.
We need 2 strong
Yeah.
beings to hoist this cart.
That's a
Do it.
Come on, we gotta
All right.
horse.
switch. Oh no, you.
Horse lady, little help.
My name is Yitzminatende. I am from a small village in desert. And
Okay, all right. I'm from a town too. I can tell you things about myself.
would you like if I call
Can you do them while you lift a cart?
I call you Spiky Lizard Man. You like this?
Can you do that while you lift a
I
cart?
sure can.
All right.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Not bad.
Oh, this is gonna be the best.
I got a 17.
This cart's going to the moon.
What are we checking against? Strength?
I was just doing
Yeah.
a strength.
Bimbo on bimbo action. Let's go.
Himbo.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yit spin. It's like up.
Oh, it's
and then
still an 8.
Yeah.
It was an 8.
But it was a 4, which is such an
4, yeah.
auspicious number.
It's like Yit spin lifts up, and then it's just like maybe only one arm is required.
So is the easiest lift of you having trouble to lift?
But it's
Spiky?
distracted by someone's biography they're reading while I'm trying to lift. Let me just clear my head, all right? I'm thinking about small towns and deserts. Trying to lift a cart.
It's
You know
not
what?
necessary.
You know what? Roll
Everybody
again.
needs to be quiet.
Roll again.
Everybody needs to be quiet.
Everybody gets quiet.
The midpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody gets quiet.
Everyone just shut up.
Pivot.
Shut up, I can't think. You need to think while you lift.
Oh my God.
All right.
So close.
I know.
It was 4 and then rolled 14.
Yeah.
See,
So
now
then
I got
18.
it. Yeah.
See, now I got it. Everyone needs to just shut up. Walnut, shut up. Just yelling over.
even here.
Walnut, yeah.
Nowhere close.
Yeah, nowhere even close.
Fuck you.
That's just an instinct. Walnut, shut up.
It's just
Fuck you.
a slurry of manta chunks
God damn it, Jerry.
of a full manta,
Great.
and also some potatoes, some reconstituted holy potatoes,
And Cathris.
and Cathris, and some liquid. All enters
Mystery
into
liquid.
Yeah, and a mysterious moisture, all decant down into the container. The trough.
It worked.
The manta is currently on top of you.
I mean, how big is this trough?
Yeah, it's not a big
Trough?
trough,
It's
right?
big.
Aren't they usually like?
No.
No, they're the ones that they use for bathtubs in like tiny houses and stuff.
Yeah.
They're the big, deep ones.
I was thinking like a front of a saloon kind of.
Did you not see
maybe a
season
little-
5 of Tiny House?
I thought it was weird.
You're like a manta.
Tiny House Hunters goes over this in depth.
Okay.
All right, well, I swim out. That's not where I want to be.
You flop over the edge, soaking wet. There's a back door, obviously, that empties out from the kitchen behind the house. So there's access to the drawn courtier from either side.
Got good news. This manta, I give it a clean bill of health. This is probably one of the healthiest ones I've ever seen.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Look at this thing.
So I would say
Barely
that,
the eyeballs missing.
oh God. I would say that Walnut and Brahma would just go in through the kitchen, just not.
Yeah, just pop in from the back.
This is way too much. And then, yeah, and then for Prism, I think she would end up making her way inside. She would absolutely come in through the front door, but it would just be just background NPC noise of, oh my God, we're staying here. This place is such a dump. You can tell they're trying, but it's still a backwoods town. Oh, there's a stage. Love it. Love it for me.
There is. Well, and you come in and you. So here's the prism lines are, don't like it. Backwater. Ugh. Oh, there's a stage, and me. Audra
Don't make me sick.
Courtier says, the accommodations are not to your liking. She is here. It's like a Bloody Mary situation. She is materialized before you like some evil magic trick. Like you're always slightly worried.
I would love to
Die.
I would say that Prism, without missing a beat, would say, just be like, you know, oh, Teach, we always joke, right? You love my jokes. You love them. That's just what you love about me. It's my charm, my wit, and my humor. And she's like, everything that she's saying is like, haha, this is no problem. She is a muddled, terrified green, yellow, like a sick
Bad color.
And she's like, it's so great to see you. Is this, you frequent this place? Is this are you performing? Is this your stage? Need someone to open, soften up the crowd?
She looks over at the other woman sitting at her table, a sequoia of a woman who has apparently injured their leg, and it is resting up on the third stool at this table. And she just clicks her tongue a couple times and just shakes her head. She's just like, I don't want to be part of this.
Prophetess?
Yeah.
I don't want part. Okay. And Prism's like, just kind of trying to read the room. And she's like, well, lovely to see you. I'm going to go sit down and pay money for my refreshments. Just rest. But if you need someone to type 5, I could definitely, the dinner crowd. Keep me in mind. Right over here. Right over here. Your favorite student. And then,
She's not listening anymore.
oh, I know. And then I would say Walnut and Brahma would walk in.
Yes. So I want a scene with Brahma and Prism because I don't understand what their contentious relationship.
It's that Audra was both of their teachers. Brahma's the favorite, but Audra was basically raised Prism from the parents, I don't want you. You're a gross mood elf. Get out of the Underdark zone.
And it's like out of the frying pan and into something that is not a frying pan, but is not necessarily healthy.
Yeah, Audra's like, you're gonna work, and yeah, Brahma's the favorite, so just,
Just know that I don't like you.
yeah, and so now Prism doesn't want to interact with Brahma at all, so she was just,
Damn, dude.
she's wallpaper now.
As the two of you come in without looking up, Audra points to Brahma, like no introduction, no greeting, just a slight tilt of the finger, and then a snap. and Brahma's body posture changes.
To what?
A student's body posture.
Oh.
And she takes a step closer, and Audra says, Prism needs to learn how to play the lute.
You hear Prism go, what?
She needs a repertoire.
That's like year 1, isn't it?
Prism cannot play the lute.
Oh my god.
And Brahma says, I feel like it might be a little late to try her on that. I don't see any reason to begin teaching her something that will only demoralize her ultimately.
Okay. And Prism knocks over a chair. She gets up and she's like, enough. We all know what you're doing. Thank you. Audra, thank you so much. I know that having your best student teach me, surely she won't disappoint you by failing to teach me the lute.
Damn.
Can't wait to learn.
Damn, bitch.
Do you want to teach me now? Do you want to get started now?
Here, give me a perception roll from Prism. Just give me a good dice, and we'll
Give me the good dice.
we'll throw some stank on there.
It's all, I know she's got a, plus it's a natural 20. It's a natural 20.
It's hidden. Like it's her lute that is on her back currently is obviously of profound manufacture. But it's like it's the first time you have fully seen. It's like as you are looking at it in this heightened emotional state, you can see every strange seam, every mysterious avenue of this device. And you get the sense that when she is telling her to teach you the lute, there may be something else to that.
Prism's like, yeah, all right. I'll learn the lute. It's easy. It'll come naturally to me, whatever it is.
Absolutely. Now, you also see there is another sort of middle-aged woman to the left behind the bar, watching all of this, cleaning the top of the bar, and just observing the drama that's unfolding. Where is Rosie, by the way?
Rosie is wherever Certainty is, so we've probably come inside.
Yep. Yeah, you have absolutely come in. As Certainty enters, Profa like tries to stand up on her leg, and Audra just puts a hand on her boot. Like no pressure, just like it's like. Have you heard that story? Sorry. Have you ever heard about trees? No. Have you heard the story? It's like you can put salt on a bird's tail and then they can't move.
What?
That's not a thing.
Oh my
Is
god.
this like compasses?
It might be. Is this really not a thing?
Cucumber thing?
It's real, yeah. Have you seen similarly like the chickens that you can get into tonic immobility by drawing a line on the ground? Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Well,
they got
anyway,
birds have weird problems.
The pressure that she puts on there is non-existent. It's just like a finger, and then Profa ceases, but she does hold the hands out for Certainty to come in and crush her.
Big grandma energy.
Big grandma energy. And behind the bar, the woman says, "Certainty drawn," and Certainty says, "Anti-Auspicia." And then Auspicia says, "Rosie," but she's not looking at you.
Where the hell is she looking?
She is looking like under the table where Profa and Audra are sitting.
Wait, Auspicia was behind the bar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's working the bar.
Yeah, she's cleaning up and stuff.
I thought you said she was middle-aged.
Well, she is Omen's age.
Oh, right.
Right.
I
I
know.
just thought of her so young. Yeah.
I know. And she was.
She was.
She was young when we got her out of the crypt.
Yeah,
wasn't she?
exactly, but-
Oh, she's like caught up.
She's caught up.
Caught up.
And you have been gone for a year.
And a lot can happen.
A lot can happen.
It was a hard year for her.
and it's
a rough year.
but it turns
Miles, you know?
it turned yeah. I mean it's
stopping and starting.
She is like now she's like standing up on her tippy toes and like looking over into the table.
Well, now I want to see what Rosie's doing under the table. So Rosie looks under the table just to see what Rosie's doing under the table.
You see a girl of about a year.
It's that dumb cute shit.
Instantly, like Rosie has a lot of choices about who to talk to about this.
Yeah.
But she just leans her staff against a nearby table and gets down.
Sets it down.
Yeah, and like crouches down to look at this little kid. And she's like, who's this little biscuit? Who's this little buttercup?
When you look down, she enters into a fighting stance.
And I enter into a defensive one.
She leaps. She does not hit.
What the heck do these semi-elves do?
She doesn't hit in the sense that like she doesn't even make contact.
Well, I mean, I'm saying that she fails her attack roll, but as a grandma,
Sure.
I mean, this young children often miss and
Sure.
still succeed.
For sure. Okay. Yeah. So like she comes in with some kind of like she comes in with like some hand work, and I deflect it.
Yeah.
I punch her right in the face.
Through the wall.
Gotta be a little faster than that. Little one.
Bop, bop, you coming for the name?
Only one Rosie in this house.
I killed things a lot bigger than you.
Give her a sorely in the manta drop.
Just bring her out.
Yeah.
No,
Just swim at the fishes,
Yeah.
kid.
Choose a new name. What's your real name?
Yeah. I'm Rosie present tense. You're Rosie past tense.
Nice name. Did your mommy pick it out for you? It's a sweet and tender moment.
Oh my god.
I love this game.
So as this kid strikes Rosie, she just gently deflects and rearranges the key energy. You know,
perfects it.
because there's a little bit there between the two of. There's always
Yeah.
key energy between beings. So even though it's really weak, she just like she rearranges it, and then she allows this kid to like come into a better hitting stance.
Oh, you sort of like you while play fighting, you correct the form.
Exactly.
Nice.
Exactly. And then I'm like, okay. And then she pushes and like exaggeratedly like, whoa.
Right back
Like,
against
and
the
I fall,
bar. Oh,
like I was squatting and I fall back on my butt. I'm like, that was good. That was really good.
yeah. And Prof like balls a fist. Like, yes. Yes.
So there is like a moment. It's very rare because Rosie loves this baby, but she's glancing. She glances up at Profa. She glances over at Aspicia, and there's just an obvious question like, what the fuck is this baby? I love her, but what happened? What happened in the last year? Unspoken question. Obvious, like
Yeah.
like the communication between moms. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
anybody want to claim this child?
yeah. Prof
Otherwise,
says,
she's gonna be mine. You got 30 seconds.
I got a place we can dump her.
5-second rule.
I'm ready.
Cat, come here.
Hey, this looks like an orphan?
Yeah.
Bye.
Profa says, she and Connor did not waste time.
And we're super
know?
sure about Connor.
Is this walnut or is this Houston?
Little of both. Little all three. And all suddenly,
No, and
all have come together.
Profa says, it's too late now.
Okay.
Walnut looks at Profa and completely stone-faced, and she goes, you know, those of our blood sometimes take on new names when they are wed, chosen by the matriarchs of the family. And she cracks up because she just hates Connor's name so much. It's just like,
name?
How about Salith? Maybe.
no, it's just Auspicia and Connor. I'm sorry to all the Connors watching, but Auspicia
Connor.
and Connor.
She laughs, and Profa holds her arms wide and says, "Come here, child," in the elder elfish tongue.
Oh.
Talking about who?
Talking to Walnut.
Oh. Walnut looks at Rosie and then realizes that Profa's talking to little Rosie, little Rose, and realizes that Profa's talking to her, and Walnut points herself at me.
Baby Rosie's Rosebud.
Yeah. Rosebud, yes, Rosebud. Thank you. Yep,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. She just nods like, I can't hold these up. forever. Like,
Oh.
it's a limited time offer. Operators are standing by.
Walnut walks so stiffly over to her, and then just immediately is like, floof, flump.
Just falls down. The chair leans a little back and creaks, but is able to maintain.
There is this moment of that could have gone a few ways with Rosie when she sees this, but it's like, this is her actual grandmother, in a way, right? Like, Propha is...
Yeah.
Rafa is older in terms of maturity and oldedness, maybe. I don't actually know how old.
Agedness.
Years-wise.
Oldedness.
Yeah, but
Aged.
has the blood of the grove.
But has the blood of the grove, which also, you know, there's a lot of people in this room that have the blood of the grove then.
yeah, it's all over the
Auspicia.
place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rosebud.
Yeah.
It
that's
turns
true,
out.
That's true. The grove begins again.
Doink back at the welcome site.
Fucking doink.
Certainty. It's strong.
It's strong.
There's a lot of info there.
but it's
Yeah, so,
strong.
so Dinar,
I'm in the scene too.
yeah. No, so
I'm
where?
not done.
And I drag him in.
Walnut is in a grove more than she's ever been in this moment.
I know.
Yeah, this is.
I just want to, like, the profundity
it's
of
what
that.
she was looking for.
It's like the backing banjo and whatever the hell from like a Lumineers track starts playing, and it's all warm fairy
Thank
lights.
you.
No, I'm serious.
I thought you were
And
gonna say
she's-
Deliverance. I'm like,
Deliverance,
what?
no. And she hugs Propha, and then she stands up, and she claps a hand on her shoulder or pauldron if she's armored, and she says, "It's good to be home."
Okay, now you can do your fucking thing.
I was gonna say. So
I yell.
I was gonna say. So describe for me how you are. You've seen the manta issue.
Yeah.
Now you are decanting.
I go in, just Propha, we're back.
Wet potato.
There's a manta outside. Don't mess with it. We have a manta now. Chris is all wet, or Chris is all wet. I'm just dragging him in like a dank
No,
towel.
Chris is also in the game too.
Yeah,
He's got two.
Chris is there.
Oh,
I have
wet.
Chris-
How did I get here?
I found a stranger outside.
Here,
This is all wet.
Can you give me
Do you
a
have anything
a-
to eat?
Can you give me a
There's a
perception
baby
roll?
here?
Yeah.
A perception roll?
Yeah.
Do you have anything to eat here that's better than these 5 cats I could be eating?
Nothing.
You don't see shit.
5, yeah. My eyes are closed as I walk
Think
in.
about mantas.
I want to see.
Are we?
Chris
Do
is
we have
gonna
anything
try.
to eat?
Let me see. What was that? Like a 13? That was 14.
Yeah. That's sufficient because you were not the one being snuck up on.
Oh.
I see a sneaking occurring. Sit back and watch what happens.
I have a soaking wet Cathris in one hand. It's dripping everywhere.
Yeah.
Armor muddy from the road, a frilled, gleaming silvered or platinum helmet. And you see a sword that is too big, fanged at the end. And you see it coming down behind Dinar.
Yeah.
Just framed in the doorway, and the teeth of it just touch the back of your breastplate. And you hurt.
And you're just like, let's see where this goes.
Hold it. Last second.
Yeah. She says, "You're getting slow, old man."
I turn around.
Oh.
Using Cathris as a shield. Yeah!
Like
Wet
this
noodle.
is basically like a towel.
I know, yeah. It's like
bring him
a damp beach towel. I'm just, yeah.
You just put him out front.
I just go, ah. Yeah.
Hello, Krenar.
Uncle.
Just holding you out in front to have a conversation.
Yeah, no, but he's like now he's relaxed.
Yeah.
He's got the support
whole
he
time,
needs.
I just imagine it was just like this, just going
This
along with
saves
it.
me energy.
Yeah.
This is easy.
What does Krenar look like? Like lanky teen and some like too big armor? Oh my god.
It's slipping out. She has obviously the traditional. She is wearing the traditional sort of war sash of a Janari warrior, but there is no child. Sure. It's purely decorative.
Great.
It's purely decorative.
Yeah. I get him out of the way. I'm not slow. I was just lifting a cart and saving a manta.
She comes at you again.
Instinctively.
Yeah.
Yeah, instinctively.
Like nunchucks.
Yeah, exactly. And so she delivers several precision body blows. And she's working him like a practice bag at the gym.
Oh yeah.
Like she's dishing it up. It's like 2 quick low ones, and then the elbow comes in.
You just let
She's
happen?
like,
I mean, I'm trying to help him again. I mean, I don't want to get punched, but
Krenar
Well,
says,
what you do is you try to wrap it around the weapon and take it away,
Yeah.
like in a Jackie Chan movie.
she says, like this, Dad, like this. It's like,
yeah.
Yeah.
He's had enough. Throw in the towel. To the towel. Throw in the towel for the towel.
Fucking versus the towel.
Yeah.
Just flip the cloak over their fucking head. It's like they're done.
Yeah.
Does the conversation continue as they're getting wailed on?
it should. It's just precision blow
How have you
after
been?
precision
What
blow.
have you been up to?
Got a lot
You
bigger.
look like you've been busy, yeah.
I've been training.
Yeah, I can
New
tell.
armor.
Yeah, thank you. You noticed.
Oh, it's incredible. It suits you.
In the auspicia in the warmest, most welcoming room of the Drone and Courtier says, I know it's not the season, Mom, but we're making cornerstones. Shadow Council, may our labors please you. It has been our great pleasure to spend this time with you. Don't go nowhere, obviously. More prizes during Table Talk, more action-packed investigations of the powerful themes, or whatever. Anyway, don't go anywhere. Come right back. We're gonna keep going.